Sometimes when I press record, I don't know what I'm going to talk about, honestly. Um, Today is one of them. Because I looked and I said I had no episode for Thursday. And I didn't want to deprive my smokers of not having an episode on Thursday. And the reason why I say that is because, see, I'm a podcast listener as well. So when it's a certain podcast that I used to listen to on a certain day, it don't pop off and feel a little weird or what have you. I know that's kind of crazy. It might be like, damn, it's kind of crazy, Bob. What? But think about it. If a TV show blows off, you miss it. You know, how many TV series did you wish they would have continued? You feel me? And so I said I had to record something today. So with that being said, it's time to smoke this over and welcome to the Smokers Lounge. You know who I am. I'm Kevin Arvis of the Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. Find all my links with allmylinks.com/porn rap star. Four sponsors: RodSizzleMagazine.com, BlushErotica.com, the Kinky Candle Company, and the Queen of Law herself, Metro Ferrari. Also, you can find me on FullSwapRadio.com 5 days out of the week, as well as, excuse me, as well as SkyrockAfterDarkTV.com, as well as the BGP LLC app. So, it is Thursday for you. It's Thursday morning. Probably when you're hearing this, me and myself, if when I listen back to it when it's actually released, I'll probably be at work, you know. And it'll be pay week. And what's crazy is sometimes you love to work and you're not just paying bills. Sometimes you like to have some extra. You be able to do things, have fun. Like a friend of mine was like, cause I had put on some clothes. Cause sometimes I look sharp, as I like to say, stylish when I go run errands when I'm off, because I don't get the opportunity to wear the clothes that I buy. You know, period. That's why I'm looking to do a photo shoot, so I could actually wear the clothes and look nice. Because I really don't go nowhere. I don't go to the clubs. I mean, because damn near 50. I mean, what club can I go to? You know, the most I can do is go to the bar. I might go to the Pickleback, you know. But it's kind of like I have a hard time tearing myself away from grinding with the podcast. I'm so used. See, it was just like even with me when I went to my family reunion. It felt weird not recording. It felt weird not grinding. You know, like with my homeboys, they hit me, you know, and they might hit me up, and sometimes I have to cancel I had to cancel the show or two in order to go out with them. But I said in 2025, I'm going to start going out. I know I saw that they're having something for the alumni of Hillside during my high school's homecoming. A little shindig off Rigsby. I probably might go. Um, I may have to cancel a show or two, but it's far enough in advance that I probably could do it. Ain't nobody gonna be mad. But I think I need to go out more, get out more, see the world more. You know, I plan to get my passport finally. You know, because one, it seemed like all the girls that probably want to fuck my ass do not live anywhere in Durham, North Carolina. And the other part is, like I said, from my younger days, I haven't traveled in a minute. You know, it felt good to go to Charleston. You know, it felt good to go to Charlotte to hang out with Big Jordan. My my partner Al, he hit me up talking about let's go. You know, you want to go to New Jersey, and I'm like, if I go to Azaka in New Jersey, I'm not going to be able to move like I want to with him. Nothing against Al, but it's kind of like if I go, my agenda is going to be that podcast, and I can't be restricted to. I'm fighting over the room to do my podcast, and he's doing his filming. You know what I'm saying? Um, and the whole nine. So I kind of it. If I'm going to go to Azaka, it's going to be 2025. It's going to be I want to go to Chicago. I would love to go to Chicago. Period. Um, because for me, I've been to New Jersey. I want to check out Chicago. I've never been to Chicago in general. You know what I'm saying? And I think it'd be cool to show my face and show my face in a place that you would not think I would ever go to. Like I said, plus I've never been in Chicago. I mean, what the fuck? Why not? So I'm gonna try to work on that. You know, set up some interviews and stuff of that nature, so I might could do that. So who knows? But I had an interesting week. Um, like I tell people, and like I always tell you, I got a lot of heat coming for the rest of this month. September is going to be banging, and all the way up until the end of the year, because I always pre-record everything. The Premium Smoke Room, I got some ladies coming through to that Premium Smoke Room that trust me, it's worth you subscribing for. You know, and I did a bunch of interviews this week, ranging from a queer man who discussed what it's like to have cum shot in his throat, to beef in the industry and everything. And I want my podcast to have variety. Not every episode is the same. I mean, I might have a lot of talking points that we get to in interviews, what have you, but as you notice, it's like Tuesday is not going to be the same type of episode you're going to get to Friday. Even with the podcast I do on the Premium Smoke Room, each of them are different, distinctly different. Because what content creators got to realize is that you got to be able to give variety with your core base, and variety that will attract others to come to your podcast. It's that what makes it worth people coming to watch you, to come see you, to want to kick it with you. Like Thursdays, you get me by myself. I talk about everything from politics to what have you. Some stuff I may not ever talk about on the podcast itself. You know, it's funny. Like when I see certain YouTubers, it's same show, same same topic, damn near same show. No variety with their shit. No, nothing that I feel would draw people. Even to the point that I might like some YouTubers. I'll sit there and watch every once in a blue moon, or the thumbnail look interesting. Some YouTubers they got me every time when they drop a show because they give variety. They give it ain't just they just talking about the same thing. I recorded episode 1 of my in-depth series Why We Fail in Porn. And one of the things that I talked about was how the YouTubers that love to try to disparage people in sex work love picking the OnlyFans girl. And they always pick the young OnlyFans girls. They don't never pick females that are older. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason why, because I probably went into it in Smoke This Over Dark, but probably not as in depth. If I want to bring a narrative to show people this ain't where you want to go, I'm going to pick the lowest common denominator to talk to. When if you notice back in the day, and it was a joke, that whenever they talked to when something happened and they had to interview someone, they interviewed the white person, they dressed in suits and they looked like their business, and they interviewed the black person, that motherfucker straight from the hood. Same premise. Why would I talk to a female that left a Fortune 500 job to pursue OnlyFans and be her own boss and do adult film? Do you want to know why? Because it kills my narrative. It kills what I'm trying to prove with my podcast. My podcast, I did not want to have a certain agenda. Now, y'all can say my agenda is to make sex work uh, sensationalized, normalized. No, that's not what it is. My agenda, if you want to say I have one, is to speak the truth about the industry and let people know how the industry really is. And that the people in the industry are complex, they are normal, they're human beings. It's just a career path that they chose. And they should not be shamed of choosing thus career path. But see, they choose the young girls because young girls are impressionable. You can shame a young girl in anything. Y'all can sit here and talk this shit about when all these young girls this. No, no, no. We talking 20. Sexy Red is in late 20s. So whatever shame she might have had, trust me, this gone out the window. She got a little bit left. They always go after these girls. Why? Because they're the most impressionable. It's easy to make them feel bad. Let them talk to a 35-year-old, a 40-year-old, and see if they get the same smoke, same energy. Not the same. Because a lot of YouTubers, they want to make money off the controversy, but not literally give you the honest truth and both sides of it. Okay, you giving me the girl, you sitting here got this lady over here that she chose to work in corporate America. She's 25. She never did OnlyFans. Talking shit to a female that does OnlyFans, right? Okay, here's the difference between Shorty and this one. Oh, no, no, no. Even okay, I'm gonna even come to a different thing. She started her own business and became the shit, and she talking shit to her OnlyFans girl. Did you ever realize, Miss, starting my business, luck and timing? You got lucky. Now everybody can start a business that goes successful to the point you making six figures, or to the point you got to quit in 9 to 5. Maybe Shorty path was not to start her own business, but to be her own business by running OnlyFans. By the way, y'all forget this is legal. If it's so bad, why ain't none of these girls going to jail? Why the fuck you think Project 2025 is trying to make porn illegal? You cannot be prosecuted for busting it open on a camera. So why is that this female who might be selling panties, hair, whatever it is she might be selling, even a truck company, why should she look down upon the female that does adult film? It's mighty funny that a lot of these IG models who busted open on camera now are trying to start a truck business. And they're busting it open in their trucks. Sometimes some things can be a stepping stone, but you shouldn't look at the stepping stone as less than. That's just my opinion. You see people start a company, sell a company, and start another company. Is that not the same thing? She started doing OnlyFans. She made a lot of money. When she got to a certain age, she started thinking beyond OnlyFans and started investing in other shit. And guess what? You cannot put down people for where they started from. Like I heard an argument with someone was saying that a female talent started with a different name, and then, well, don't feel like going into it, but he had one of his gripes was that she started with a different name and made it seem like she didn't start back then. Well, no disrespect, if a person don't want to admit that they were somebody else or they started in the industry before a certain point, they have the right to do so. It's not my opinion to judge or look at them sideways for it. But even more so, everybody has a starting point. There's people that started in porn that had a bad experience, got out of it, and then came back years later and things clicked. And they may not want to be reminded of that bad start. Me myself, I don't regret nothing. My first start, hey, I wasn't able to even put out the scene because I didn't have the proper paperwork. People could talk shit about me about that. Man, he was so goddamn dumb when he started. He didn't even know you needed 2257 in the magazine form. That dumb son of a bitch. Yeah. But see, like I said before, YouTube, a lot of these YouTubers, there's not enough YouTubers to me that really show the real about adult film, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's either they're going to show you the bad, they're going to show you the really, really, really good. Nothing in between. That top zero, that 0.01%, that is very small. The top 1%, hell, you might be making 1,000, babe. Not everybody's making $1,000,000 off OnlyFans. Not, trust and believe, there's people that's making a good living off of doing this. Feeding their kids, paying their fucking bills. But the YouTubers don't want, like me, these YouTubers, some of these YouTube podcasters, these YouTube moralists, as I like to call them, want to shame these girls. I mean, I saw how Fresh freaking Frat used to do the same thing. Motherfucker, what makes you better than them? They busting it open for OnlyFans. You practically acting like a pure fool for YouTube. To impress these dudes out here. The red pill sector. Why here YouTubers, you doing the same thing. The only difference is you just ain't showing tits and ass and fucking. But you're making content. You put it out on a platform. What you doing is legal. What they're doing is legal. Some of y'all be sitting there showing cleavage, wearing very, very provocative clothing to do your fucking YouTube shit. Y'all post pictures of you looking sexy as fuck. No different than what the porn girls do, right? Don't the porn girls got an IG just like you? You know how many porn people have podcasts, YouTube channels? See, that's what I find funny about some of these YouTubers. They love to shame everybody for shit. But then as soon as it's turned on them, oh my God, their feelings is hurt. So that's just my thought on that. Y'all need to check out my Smoke This Over Dark. Already got episode, episode one, with part one of the three-part series of Why We Fail, where I break down 3 important reasons why people fail when it comes to coming into adult sex work. Episode 1 is the low down shame. You cannot be shamed and think you're going to make money and have longevity in this business. So, speaking about shame, Dove, you know I had to get into my political bag, people. Let's go. So, it's been a week as I've been recording this, as I'm recording this. No telling what might have happened. So you can tell me in the comments, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Spotify, or any of these places, am I right about what I'm saying? You know, because I'm kind of recording this ahead of time for when y'all hearing this. So I find it so hilarious that Joe Biden was ragged for his age. How the Democrats jumped down his throat about him fucking up, looking old, sounding old, his age. He sounded like an old man. People was questioning he had dementia. But then he drops out the race and Kamala comes in. Now, my question to all the Trumpers and the Republicans and all these black folk that just want to vote for Trump, and I'm not saying you shouldn't vote for Trump or not, but can we just be honest? Whoa, does Trump not seem like he's an old man? He's been stuck on crowd sizes. He talked about comparing his shit to Martin Luther King crowd size. Does that not sound like a dude with dementia? Or Alzheimer's? So because his hair ain't white, because he dyes it, because he says crazy shit, that we not supposed to maybe think that maybe he is too old to run? Biden had a hard time answering questions. They said that Biden didn't jump on him enough, right? But this dude here doesn't answer any question whatsoever. And he sounds like one of the people that I actually wash their clothes at my rest home. But we're not supposed to question Trump's mental capability as an elderly person on whether he can run. Forget the felony shit. Forget all that shit. I'm not even thinking about that. Just not even mental competency of his temperament. No, no, no. Him being a man that's 80 something years old, close to 80 something years old, his mental faculties. He sound like a dude that got dementia. He sound like a dude that got Alzheimer's. Y'all saying dementia? No, fuck that. Alzheimer's. He's talking about 2016 and 2020. He talking about crowd sizes. He's talking about everything else but the president, but I digress. But because he say stupid shit and he talks so smugly that no one really thinks is we kind of seeing the early stage of Alzheimer's. Have we seen the results of his cognitive test? Honestly, y'all were asking Biden for his. So within, I think, 2 weeks, and I said that the way things were looking with the polls, like I said, I don't take polls for anything. I told you before, it wouldn't surprise me if that smug son of a bitch wins. That if Harris is in a point or tied or ahead by the time the last week hit, Harris is winning this. Now, I saw the background poll shit from New York Times. And practically, if you did the election today, Harris, if by the polls, Harris will probably win because she actually will get to 270 before Trump. Now, is it going to be a close election? Oh, for sure. But the scary part is the way that the energy is going. We ain't even got the debate yet. We haven't gotten to the first debate that's coming up next month. We ain't got to the debate with Walls and Vance. And they talking about what, 3 presidential debates? Did Trump really want to debate this woman 3 times? See, Trump is trying to. The reason why he wants these 3 debates because he figured Fox, be it the last one, that's the one that's going to be stuck in people's mind. Because he already. It's the reason why he said he wanted 3 debates. Before he wanted one. He was ready for September 10th. Then before he didn't know if he wanted to do September 10th. Now he want to do it, but she got no choice because she's surging in the polls because she's leading in 3 of the battleground states. And the other battleground states, she is gaining and very close. You know, it'd be funny if she actually do a shutout and damn near win majority of all the states that they thought Trump was going to win, including North Carolina. See, but it's once again the poll is just like they said, just a picture in time. They're not. It's the readers or the certain people that they hit up and they asked about your thoughts. But the energy that I am getting, it don't look good for Mr. Trump. Don't look good for him. I got a sneaking suspicion that that debate, if she's already 4 points ahead in 3 of the swing states, and you still got Nevada and all that, and we talking about the Rust Belt, the one that Trump did not win the last time. You still got Nevada in play. You still got these other ones, including Georgia and North Carolina. So that means the Sun Belt states, man, that debate might put her ahead in them states. And what happens if she's ahead in all those states? And see, here's the difference. I know a lot of people say, well, Hillary was ahead. Here's the difference. Hillary was never surging. Trump was. This lady is surging, and she's actually surging past Trump. I keep telling about it's the energy. The energy when Hillary was running was that more motherfuckers was curious about what a Trump presidency would look like, and not a lot of people liked Hillary. And remember, let's make this clear. Trump has never won the popular vote in either election. The one he won and the one he lost. I want you to think about that. He won the Electoral College in 2016. So Trump is not worried about the popular vote. He's worried about the Electoral College. And the way the Electoral College is looking, is she got a couple of paths to get to 270, while his window is technically shrinking. Because I'm gonna say this again. What all the voters kept saying they was worried about when it came to Biden and Trump, age. Now you got a young candidate. And I'm not even going front. A relatable as fuck vice president. He's way more relatable than Vance. Vance sound like a smug ass nerd. He don't sound like the friendly next door neighbor or the football coach, which dude is. If they want to bring up if the only thing you can bring up is his military shit and what happened in Minnesota during the George Floyd shit, which I am sorry, it is nothing he could have done about that shit because they were going to riot regardless. Well, then y'all got a long day. Long day. Because J.D. Vance, he loved calling women that don't have children cat women. Yeah, people. It is showing a choice. It is giving a choice. And it seemed like the choice that was made. I'm sorry, I'm typing something real quick. I mean, I'm sorry, I know I'm recording and I could have started recording, but the point I'm trying to make is that the choice on the Democratic side is looking a little bit better than the Republican side. Why? When it came to Biden, didn't look the same. I'll be the first to admit that. I still feel Biden could have won within the margins because if he had a damn good debate, he probably would have. And trust me, Trump rather go against Biden than Kamala Harris because you're dealing with a younger woman that's a prosecutor at one point. So I want you to think about that. Spoke that over, people. Old ass Trump has to deal with a younger person. And see, I'm gonna tell you what's so funny, right? Trump did himself a favor when he didn't do the primaries in the Republican primary, the Republican debates for the primaries. That he didn't go against Nikki Haley. He didn't go against the rest of them people because it might would have showed his age. Might would have showed his age because he was dealing with much younger candidates. So actually, him going through the legal shit that kept him from doing those debates actually worked in his favor. He just can't get out of it now. Let's be real. If he had went toe to toe with Nikki Haley, and y'all saw how Nikki Haley beat him in one state, imagine what might would have happened if there was a debate between him and Nikki Haley for the candidacy. It might have been doomed for Trump because he didn't have. Think about this: division of somebody from his party going against him, calling out his policies for the party. We didn't get. We got there in 2016 when he went toe to toe with everybody to become president, but we never got him defending his policy against another Republican in a debate. And let me tell you how bad the Republicans were. They really didn't want to get away from Trump because they did. They would have told Trump, "No, you need to do these debates, man." And none of the Republican nominees even challenged Trump or talk shit about Trump or even talk shit about the fact that Trump ain't even there. And it's still, Nikki Haley won one. That told me a lot. When you see, I didn't see Democrats for Trump, but I see Republicans for damn Kamala. Come on now. I'm not saying that Kamala gonna necessarily win because it's still a long way from the election. But the way things looking, she might be our first female president. We'll see. So, oh man. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about before I go is I've been told y'all that I said streaming and having a .com is going to be the next step for us because of the platforms and so forth. Well, except for loyal fans. But when UMC, well, Atlantic, when they put out that they said that streaming for music has topped out. There are a lot of these albums that are dropping, they're not making the numbers that they were before streaming wise. And money from streaming is not the same for artists. But funny how after having a conversation, a very good conversation, which y'all need to check out Savage Smoke with my man Sean Don. He said he been putting his stuff on porn streaming sites, Pornhub and stuff like that. He done put up scenes which people consider for free, meaning that they don't have to pay to see the full scene. And but that doesn't mean he didn't make money from that scene. He made money from the views. So think if you get 1 million views on Pornhub for that scene, so you actually made some damn decent money. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with X videos. The premium content, the premium section, the X red, the Fat House, the premium stuff. Yes, they pay a certain amount to go on, like no different than Netflix, and they get to watch your shit for fucking free. But you get a greater percentage of the video share than you would regular X video. I get money from both. I've actually put in a full blowjob scene on X videos. I have put in 10 minutes of a full scene on X videos because you got to have 10 minutes for them to consider it video sharing. And I make money with X videos. A lot of these girls, you can tell that the girls are not making money they used to be because they still stuck on the subscription and selling the clips. No. If you got enough content, there's nothing wrong with trying to get video share money. Don't be ashamed to put a full scene up. I know this sounds crazy, for free, but here's the difference. For free is you put it up and you're not making no money from it. It's not for free. It's for free for them to watch, but you still make money from the viewership. No different than YouTube. You still offer for people to download. You still offer in the subscription because they're gonna. It, once again, ladies and gents don't get every site have different traffic. The people that go to Pornhub may not go to X videos. The people that go to X videos may not go to many vids and so forth. There's people, y'all know this, we done talked about this. There's people that only gonna stick with OnlyFans. You know how many girls try to get their fans off of OnlyFans and ended up having to go back to OnlyFans because none of them motherfuckers would move over to the other platforms? So you putting it out for free is not gonna hurt you. And if they did put it out for free, here's the difference. Look at it. Is they put it out for free to where they're generating income? Or they put it out for free to where they're not generating income? And even if they do, guess what? If they tag you in it, they put your name in it, trust me, even if they don't, they're going to find you. Because if you have enough content out there, they're going to run across content say, I remember her from this. You know how many times I done found a scene that I lost thanks to the bootleggers? Streaming is the next step for us. The two sites that we was the bane of our existence is actually going to be the thing that keeps our business rolling. Because we do stream no different than the music. The only difference is more people buy directly from us than they do the music artists. Why would you think some of these motherfuckers doing OnlyFans and busting it open now? We the last frontier buying something directly. We the last frontier of you physically having something, meaning that you could download it onto your computer. Some cases even buy the DVD. That's why I tell people this business, there's a lot of ways of making money and empowering a woman and a man to be their own boss because there's so many ways to make money in this business. Whether it's good and service, whether it's goods or it's service. I done talked to guys who got sponsorship deals for sex toys and ladies. The point is, if you're gonna do this business, you got to stay ahead of the trends. You got to see where it's headed and get there before anybody else. So you already established in it. See, for me, yeah, like I said, I don't see an issue of one or two or three scenes that you might have that are old that you might put up there for free so people can view. And even if you choose to, but I do not suggest you do all your videos like that because video sharing money does take time, more time than anything else. But always look at different ways to sell your content and to make money off your content. And sometimes make money off your content without selling your content. I make money off of podcasting and I do not sell one podcast episode. Even with loyal fans, you're buying into a network to where you can listen to multiple podcasts and see the video and see these girls cut up. But I have a way of making money off of my content without having to sell my content. That is the next step for us. That's why it's funny when I hear people talk about ABN and hot movies. I was already on that. I got pages up there as we speak now. BC on Triple X Studios. Go check them out. The tube sites. So many tube sites they screaming about now. I was already on. Shit, I was on Pornhub. I just don't use it anymore. X Hamster was on there. I got stuff on there now. And like I said, you got to figure out ways to make money with your content. And sometimes it's figuring out how to make money with your content without selling it. So I done gave you long enough. I done talked long enough. I done hit every spectrum there is for you to hit. So I am done. And before I go, let me remind you, 2 ways to get exclusive and premium content from the Smokers Lounge. Okay? First way, the premium smoke room on Loyal Fans. Shouts out to Loyal Fans. 5 premium podcasts for you to enjoy. 4 sexy hostesses that you're going to fall in love with. It gets more candy, it gets more wilder, it gets more provocative, it gets more honest. Tits come out, dildos might pop out. You don't know unless you subscribe. And I also have some Triple X content in the video store side. And for my Spotify users, if you're listening on Spotify, I got a subscription side of the podcast also, where you can listen to Savage Smoke, where I talk to the industry's top male talents and we give you that real industry smoke from a male's perspective. Plus, I also have over 300 episodes ranging from limited podcast series to episodes from the Premium Smoke Room podcast that is not on Loyal Fans, and audio from the Premium Smoke podcast episodes that are on the Premium Smoke Room on Loyal Fans. But if you want to see the video, you gotta subscribe to the Loyal Fans. So you only get to hear it on Spotify if you subscribe. But you want to see it, gotta go to the Premium Smoke Room. So look at it this way: $25.99, $24.99. Excuse me, $4.99. That is less than $30 that you're spending for 2 ways to get exclusive content from. You feel me? So, you know how we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. Talk to you next week.